My name is Ago, and I will tell you a story. A story about a woman named Adora. Adora at a young age was a very pretty girl, but she was very rude. Because of her bad behavior, men avoided her. She treated everybody like scum. She would not greet and would not respond when greeted. She raised her voice and nags at anybody at any time, at the slightest provocation. She was also a very bad cook and a terrible homekeeper. She piled her clothes up for weeks before she washed them, and by the time she brings them out to wash, the clothes will stink. Her daughter was generally messy. All these bad qualities contributed to the reason why she was unmarried, as men could not handle such a woman. Even when suitors from other villages come to ask her hand in marriage, they were immediately discouraged by the tales and rumors about her daughter. Adora stayed unmarried for a long time till Mazi Okenwa asked for her hand in marriage. They were both a perfect match because Mazi Okenwa was also long due for marriage, but could not get married because he was scared to talk to women. He settled for Adora because he felt he had no choice, but he was soon to realize that it was the greatest mistake of his life. The families met and the marriage was sealed. Adora immediately moved into Mazi Okenwa's house. Within months, it was clear to everybody that Mazi Okenwa was going through hell. He was falling sick every other week and he was losing a lot of weight. Adora was obviously not treating her husband well. Adora was not able to conceive after years of marriage. People were not sure if the couple had even consummated the marriage, let alone copulate timely. After about 4 years of marriage, somehow Adora got pregnant. She gave birth to a baby boy and he was named Chiejina. After the birth of Chiejina, Adora completely forgot about her husband and channeled any little attention she had to her son. Mazi Okenwa became a visitor in his own house. He was completely disregarded by Adora. This continued till he could not take it anymore. He returned Adora to her father and asked for a refund of her bride price. After much pleas from Adora's family and relatives, it was clear that Mazi Okenwa could not change his mind. The bride price was returned and the couple divorced. Adora was less concerned. In fact, if anything, she was happy that she had been freed from marriage to Mazi Okenwa. She channeled every energy and attention to Chiejina. Chiejina became her everything. She would not eat without Chiejina. She could not sleep without Chiejina. She would not even go anywhere without Chiejina. The boy was always strapped at her back with a wrapper. He was all she had. Chiejina, on the other hand, got used to all that pampering from his mother and would never leave her side. He grew into a feminized man who could not handle any responsibility and could not even make any move without his mother's permission. Time went by and Chiejina had nothing. No farms, no livestock. He still stayed with his mother and could not live independently. He got of age and customarily he was supposed to get married, but he still could not find himself a wife. Chiejina became a laughing stock in the village, and mothers used him as an instance when trying to advise their sons against irresponsibility. When the talks and rumors got too much, Adana traveled to a distant town and made arrangements for a wife for Chiejina. She sold some of her properties to pay the bride price for him, and they brought Chinelo home. It did not take time before the fight and quarrel started in the house. Chinelo realized that Chiejina had no house of his own. She even found out that her husband, Chiejina, still sleeps on the same bed with his mother. He would not eat anything except it was prepared by his mother. And anytime she complains, Adora would lash out at her, and most times it would turn to a full-blown fight, and her husband would take sides with his mother and sometimes beat her up. One early morning, Chinelo packed her belongings and quietly left the house, back to her father's house. When she explained the situation to her parents, her dowry was returned, and that was the end of Chijina's marriage to Chinelo. Now he was left alone with his mother again. As Chejina grew older, he realized that his age mates were already owners of large plots of land. Most were married with kids, and he had nothing but his mother, who was getting weak with old age. Mazi Okenwa, his father, had taken another wife and did not want anything to do with Adora and her son. Chiejina went into depression. He started keeping to himself and would barely talk to anybody. Soon he started hiding and did not want to see anybody. One day, his body was found hanging from a tree. He had killed himself. The news came to Adora with shock. She had used her spoiled life to spoil and end her son's life. Chiejina was buried and nobody heard from old Adora again. It was rumored that she left the village to a distant land because she was too ashamed of the situation.